Hey, what's up, y'all? So I wanted to talk a little bit today about what I think when someone asks me, when will delineation end? Almost like in a finger wagging kind of way, like, when will this delineation end? When is this delineation ending? Or when will this delineation end, brother? All of that. And if that made you uncomfortable, this content is probably not for you, so you can keep scrolling if you feel uncomfortable. But when people ask, when will delineation end? I want you to pay attention to who's asking, because that question has a built-in shelf life to it. And delineation, or self-definition and self-preservation, is really something that every other ethnic group practices, but we're the only ones being asked about a shelf life. And, when's this thing going to be wrapped up? Have you delineated? But delineation does not have a shelf life. It's an awareness. And we are beginning to wake up to what that awareness actually means, and just beginning to put into practice what it means to preserve our identity, specifically as a lineage, as Black Americans indigenous to this soil. Not as a broad Black or as a flat Black, not as the African or Caribbean diaspora that really has nothing to do with ours here, and not as a subcategory to the latest, greatest flat minority term, but us specifically. And when people want that to end, it's usually because our specificity is costing them something. Maybe they were riding under the umbrella of a flat Blackness, making claims that were never theirs to make. Maybe our delineation draws a line they'd rather not see, making them uncomfortable and left to lament a reality that they would rather not face. But that's not our problem. It can't be, because delineation is healthy. Here's what it actually does for us. It allows for the disaggregation of data. Data that specifically shows what's happening to us, not what's happening to some broad minority term, but to us specifically. It protects our specific claims, our historical claims that belong to this lineage and to no one else. It preserves our ethnic identity and stops ethnic erasure. It puts us on a path to a protected class status, as we should be in this country, because they have redefined us before and folded us into categories that served everyone else's interests but ours. Delineation says that ain't happening again. And once you come into this awareness as a lineage, you don't step back out of it. That's not how awareness works. You cannot unknow what you now know. So when they ask, when will delineation end? The honest answer is, it doesn't. This is our lens going forward. This becomes our lens in which we see policy, in which we see data. This becomes the lens in which we see who keeps getting left out of every conversation that claims to be about us. We are a specific ethnic group here, specific to this country. We deserve specific protections, specific data, and specific recognition. And that's just the beginning, considering we built this country. So keep naming it, keep protecting it,